I shopped.
This is the better dress salon. Now, we do have a young...
In the early 1960s, the casting process for the groundbreaking TV series Route 66 showcased a unique approach to assembling a talented cast. The creators, Herbert B. Leonard and Sterling Silliphant, aimed to capture the spirit of adventure and exploration of that era. To begin with, Martin Milner was an obvious choice for the role of Todd Stiles. With his boyish charm and clean-cut image, he brought a sense of innocence and optimism to the character. Having already made a name for himself in films and TV shows, Milner's audition left a lasting impression on the creators. For the role of Buzz Murdock, the producers sought out a more rugged and experienced actor. George Maharis, with his background in theater and television, proved to be the perfect fit. His portrayal of Buzz was charismatic, intense, and captivating, making him a standout among the candidates. The chemistry between the two leads was crucial for the show's success. To ensure that the actors had the right dynamic, the creators arranged for a series of screen tests. During these tests, Milner and Maharis demonstrated a natural camaraderie and an easygoing rapport that translated well on screen. In addition to the two leads, Route 66 featured a rotating cast of guest stars, each bringing their unique talents and personalities to the show. Among them were acting legends such as Robert Redford, Burt Reynolds, and Lon Chaney Jr. These actors were carefully selected for their ability to embody the spirit of adventure and the challenges faced by the show's main characters. Throughout the casting process, the creators of Route 66 were committed to finding actors who could bring depth, authenticity, and excitement to their roles. By carefully considering each candidate's auditions, chemistry tests, and overall suitability for the show, they were able to assemble a talented and dynamic cast that would captivate audiences for years to come.
Okay, Chopper. It's not all flash bulbs and beauty contest winners. Let's mix it up a little, huh?
Route 66, a 1960s TV series, was brought to life by visionary director John Astin. Astin's approach was characterized by his keen eye for detail and a deep understanding of the human condition. His creative influences included the works of playwrights such as Tennessee Williams and Arthur Miller, which shaped his storytelling style. Astin's direction was highly collaborative. He worked closely with the cast and crew, encouraging them to bring their own ideas to the table. He believed that a successful production was a result of teamwork and fostered an environment that allowed for creative input from all involved. Astin's style was marked by his ability to capture natural, raw emotions. He often used long takes and minimal cuts, allowing the actors to truly inhabit their characters. He also employed a documentary-style approach, often filming on location to capture the authenticity of the scenes. In terms of creative influences, Astin drew inspiration from the world around him. He was known to take long walks, observing people and their interactions, which he then translated onto the screen. His approach was not about grandeur, but about the small, intimate moments that make up the human experience. In collaboration with the cast, Astin worked to create well-rounded, believable characters. He encouraged the actors to delve deep into their characters' backgrounds, motivations, and emotions. This approach resulted in nuanced performances that resonated with audiences. With the crew, Astin fostered a spirit of innovation. He was always open to new ideas and techniques, and this willingness to experiment contributed to the unique look and feel of Route 66. His direction was not about imposing his vision, but about creating a space where everyone's creativity could flourish. In conclusion, John Astin's directorial vision for Route 66 was marked by his collaborative approach, naturalistic style, and deep understanding of the human condition. His influence can be seen in the authenticity and intimacy of the series, which continues to captivate audiences today.
Readers, repairmen, cleaners, beauty parlor operators, everybody is a detective at heart, you know. And we'll want a rundown.
Route 66 was a popular TV series that aired from 1960 to 1964, following the adventures of two young men traveling across America in a Corvette. The show is a fascinating glimpse into the past, with many funny, shocking, and sad facts that you'll want to stick around for. Did you know that the show's creators, Sterling Silliphant and Herbert B. Leonard, were inspired to create Route 66 after taking a cross-country road trip themselves? or that the show's theme song, Route 66, was a huge hit and became a classic of early rock and roll? Personally, I've always been fascinated by the show's portrayal of American culture in the early 1960s. The characters visit a wide variety of towns and cities, meeting all sorts of people and experiencing different ways of life. It's a great reminder of the diversity and richness of our country's heritage. One scene that has always stuck with me is from the episode A Right, Okay, You've Itched It, where Todd and Buzz are mistaken for spies in a small Texas town. The scene where they're being interrogated by the town sheriff is both funny and suspenseful, and it showcases the show's ability to balance humor and drama. Do you have a favorite memory or personal experience related to Route 66? We'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Whether you were inspired by the show's portrayal of American culture, or you simply enjoyed the thrilling adventures of Todd and Buzz, there's no denying that Route 66 is a classic TV series that continues to captivate audiences today.
Friend is a real nice boy.
Oh boy, that cuts him dead.
But he is young.
Young?
Route 66, a 1960 TV series, was known for its unique production style. The show followed two young men traveling across America in a Corvette, with each episode filmed in a different real-life location. This approach presented logistical challenges, such as transporting the cast, crew, and equipment to various destinations, and ensuring that the production complied with local filming regulations. The set design for Route 66 was minimal, focusing on natural environments and real-life locations instead of constructed sets. This approach allowed for a more authentic and immersive viewing experience. However, it required careful planning and coordination to ensure that the locations matched the storylines and the characters' journeys. Some innovative techniques were employed during the production of Route 66. The use of synchronized sound, for instance, was a notable achievement for the time. This technology allowed the production team to capture live dialogue during filming, reducing the need for post-production dubbing and creating a more natural and engaging audio experience for the viewer. Another innovative aspect of Route 66's production was its emphasis on location shooting. While filming on location was not a new concept, Route 66 took it to a new level by incorporating a wide variety of real-life settings into each episode. This approach not only added visual interest, but also provided a sense of the diverse American landscape and the unique cultures and communities found within it. Despite the logistical challenges and innovative techniques, Route 66's production team managed to create a compelling and engaging TV series that resonated with audiences. The show's focus on character development, relationships, and the exploration of the American experience made it a standout among other TV programs of the time. Today, Route 66 remains a classic example of quality television production and a testament to the power of storytelling through visual media.
We have your call now, Mr. Murdock.
Hi.
The television series Route 66, which aired in the 1960s, follows the journey of two young men, Todd Stiles, played by Martin Milner, and Buzz Murdock, portrayed by George Maharis, as they travel across the USA in a Chevrolet Corvette convertible. The show is named after the famous U.S. highway, but the locations in the series often deviate from the actual route, with filming taking place in 25 American states, and even Toronto, Canada. The show has little connection to the actual Mother Road, which passes through only 8 states. However, the series offers a captivating look at various events and consequences that befall the two travelers as they crisscross the country. If you're interested in watching this classic series, you may be wondering where to find it on DVD or video. The show was shot on location, and the reviewer's father happened to be an extra in a scene where the characters were escorting someone to jail. While the reviewer has never seen the show and only learned about their father's appearance through family stories, they have become nostalgic for the era their father grew up in. If you're interested in watching Route 66, you may be able to find it on DVD or online streaming services. The show's timeless appeal and engaging storylines make it a great way to experience a bygone era and enjoy the simple pleasures of life on the open road.
That's the spirit. You're my best pupil.
The creation of a film score and soundtrack is a collaborative process between composers, musicians, and filmmakers. In the case of the 1960 TV series Route 66, Nelson Riddle, a renowned composer and arranger, played a significant role in crafting the series' music. Nelson Riddle aimed to complement the narrative and emotional tone of the show through his compositions. He created a distinct sound for Route 66 that reflected the characters' journeys and the diverse American landscapes they traversed. Riddle's score was primarily orchestral, blending jazz, blues, and classical elements to capture the spirit of adventure and the complex emotions experienced by the characters. The soundtrack also featured contemporary pop and rock songs from various artists, chosen to reflect the show's modern setting and youthful protagonists. These songs were often used to punctuate specific scenes, enhancing the narrative's emotional impact and further engaging the audience. Musicians who worked with Riddle on the Route 66 score spoke highly of their experience. They admired Riddle's ability to create music that captured the essence of the story and resonated with viewers. The compositions were often challenging and required a high level of skill and flexibility from the musicians, but the end result was always worth the effort. The music of Route 66 remains an essential aspect of the series' lasting appeal. The score and soundtrack, when combined with the compelling narratives and vivid visuals, create a captivating and immersive experience for the audience. The music's power lies in its ability to evoke a range of emotion, from excitement and anticipation to melancholy and introspection, that mirror the characters' experiences and engage viewers on a deeper level. In conclusion, the creation of the Route 66 score and soundtrack was a collaborative effort between Nelson Riddle, various musicians, and the show's production team. Their collective goal was to enhance the narrative and emotional tone of the series through music, and the enduring popularity of the show is a testament to their success.
Don't interfere. He will be our husband.
That doesn't...
Route 66, a popular TV series from the 1960s, faced its share of intriguing events. It was once satirized in Mad Magazine as Route 67. The show's planned 5th season was set to take place in Europe, which would have made it the first American series to be filmed overseas. However, the series was canceled after the 4th season. The series is also known for an episode titled The Mud Nest, where Todd and Buzz run out of gas and push their Corvette into a small town. The locals recognize Buzz as a Colby, leading them to the Colby farm, where they meet Buzz's siblings Paul, Harold, and Cleopatra Maharis. The resemblance was uncanny because they were actually Buzz's siblings.
Now go on, drink. Make yourself beautiful.
Route 66, the 1960 TV series, is known for its compelling storyline and memorable scenes. One such scene is in the episode Black November, where Todd and Linc find themselves in a small town during a racial conflict. The direction in this scene is tense and gripping. The use of close-ups and tight shots creates a sense of claustrophobia, emphasizing the escalating tension. The cinematography is also noteworthy, with the use of low-key lighting adding to the ominous atmosphere. Milner's performance is commendable. He portrays Todd's fear and uncertainty effectively, making the audience empathize with his character. Maharis, on the other hand, shows Linc's determination and courage, providing a stark contrast to Todd's character. This scene had a significant impact on the audience. It tackled a sensitive issue of racial discrimination, which was prevalent during that era. It sparked conversations and made viewers question their own prejudices, leaving a lasting impression on them. In an interview, Milner commented on this scene. It was a powerful episode, and it made us realize the impact television could have on society. It was a responsibility we didn't take lightly. The filmmakers also shared their thoughts on the scene. Producer Herbert B. Leonard said, "We wanted to tell stories that mattered. We wanted to make a difference, and I think we did with that episode." Director Robert Butler added, "It was a challenging episode to shoot, but it was also rewarding. It's scenes like that which make Route 66 more than just a TV show." Overall, the iconic scene from Black November is a testament to the power of television in sparking social change. It's a reminder of the responsibility filmmakers and actors have in shaping society's views and attitudes.
Suppose we can get this Thad Skinner to say okay.
George Maharis, who starred in the TV series Route 66, left the show due to health issues related to the demanding filming schedule. His co-star, Martin Milner, played Todd Stiles, a young man who traveled the country in a Corvette with Maharis's character, Buzz Murdock. The show, which was inspired by John Steinbeck's novel The Mother Road, was known for being filmed entirely on location and for featuring up-and-coming actors such as Robert Redford and Gene Hackman. However, the show's popularity declined after Maharis's departure, and it was canceled after 4 seasons. Author David Morrell was a fan of the series and its impact on American culture. The show's portrayal of Route 66, which was a major thoroughfare for 20th century westward migration, was particularly noteworthy. However, filming on the flat and boring stretches of the road in Oklahoma and Texas proved to be a challenge.
It's one.
It's the only one she has. She got it at the store.
Route 66, a 1960s TV series, made a significant cultural and social impact. The show followed the adventures of 2 young men traveling across America in a Corvette, resonating with audiences seeking freedom and adventure. It influenced pop culture by popularizing the image of the open road and the idea of a road trip, inspiring many to explore the country. The series contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. It showcased diverse communities, ethnic groups, and social issues, providing a platform for discussions on race, class, and identity. Route 66 also highlighted the importance of friendship and personal growth, striking a chord with viewers seeking meaning and connection in their lives. Moreover, Route 66's impact transcended the realm of television. It sparked interest in the historic Route 66, leading to increased tourism and preservation efforts. The show also fostered a sense of nostalgia for a bygone era, celebrating the unique character and charm of small-town America. In essence, Route 66 left an indelible mark on American culture and society, inspiring generations to explore, connect, and engage with the world around them.
That's the trouble with men and women. Somebody to win.
George Maharis, at 32, portrayed a 23-year-old character named Buzz Murdock in the 1960 TV series Route 66. His performance earned him an Emmy nomination in 1962. However, his career faced challenges a few years after leaving the show when a tabloid published a story about his gay relationship, leading to casting offices stopping their calls. Peter Graves, older brother to James Arnaz, never acted alongside him on screen. But he did direct his brother in the Route 66 episode titled Witch Doctor in 1966. Maharis' career was impacted negatively when a tabloid published a sensational story about his relationship with a male lover, which led to a decline in his career. Despite this setback, Graves continued to work in the industry, including directing his brother in Route 66. Route 66, a 1960 television series, received positive reviews from critics and audiences alike. The show, which followed the adventures of 2 young men traveling across America, was praised for its innovative format, strong writing, and compelling performances. Critics noted the high quality of the show's writing, with the New York Times calling it distinguished and intelligent. The show's format, which saw the characters traveling to a different location each week, was also singled out for praise. According to The Hollywood Reporter, this approach allowed the show to explore the American scene in a unique and entertaining way. Audience reactions to Route 66 were overwhelmingly positive. The show was a hit with viewers who were drawn in by the characters' adventures and the vivid depictions of life in different parts of the country. Route 66 was also a major awards contender. The show received 4 Emmy nominations, including for Outstanding Dramatic Series and Outstanding Achievement in Cinematography for Television. It also won a Golden Globe for Best Television Show in 1962. These accolades were a testament to the hard work and dedication of everyone involved in the show. The Emmy and Golden Globe nominations and wins were particularly significant as they recognized the show's overall excellence and its contributions to the television industry. In short, Route 66 was a critically acclaimed and popular television series that left a lasting impact on audiences and the industry. Its innovative format, strong writing, and compelling performances earned it numerous awards and nominations, solidifying its place as a classic of the medium.
Don't want you working. I got enough.
I pay my own.
Anne Francis spent her childhood in an apartment located at 6611 99th Street in Forest Hills, New York. In 1966, Susan Oliver, known for her role on Peyton Place, survived a plane crash near Santa Paula, California, just a week after her character was killed off the show. A notable episode of Route 66 featured veteran actors Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney Jr., and Peter Lorre. Notably, Karloff and Chaney got to wear their iconic Universal Frankenstein monster and Wolfman makeup for the first time in years.
That's half the money he worked his whole life for. You could have said no in a nice way. I would have said yes.
The making of Route 66 in the 1960s was filled with excitement, challenges, and unforgettable experiences for the cast and crew. Martin Milner and George Maharis, the show's leading stars, formed a close bond during filming, often exploring the real-life locations used in each episode together. One memorable anecdote involves the filming of the episode play at Glissando in Ajo, Arizona. The crew encountered a sandstorm, causing production delays and challenging filming conditions. Despite the difficulties, the cast and crew persevered, creating a compelling episode that showcased the beauty and harsh realities of the desert landscape. In another instance, George Maharis became ill during the filming of the second season, causing a temporary halt in production. The show's producers quickly hired Glenn Corbett to replace Maharis as the co-star, and the two developed their own unique chemistry, further enriching the series. Behind the scenes, Route 66 also provided opportunities for numerous guest stars, including famous actors like Robert Redford, Burt Reynolds, and James Caan early in their careers. These rising stars brought new energy and talent to the show, contributing to its success and longevity. Navigating the challenges of filming on location, the cast and crew formed a tight-knit community, supporting one another through long hours and unpredictable conditions. The friendships and connections formed during the making of Route 66 left a lasting impact on those involved, creating a unique and memorable experience for all.
We didn't know what had happened until months later. Of course, we would have given her a different
Michael Rennie, known for his connection to the Titanic in film, played Captain Edward J. Smith in the pilot episode of Route 66. Co-star George Maharis became ill after filming in cold water, eventually leading to a hepatitis diagnosis and his departure from the series. The show's original title, The Searchers, was changed to avoid confusion with the popular John Wayne Western. Despite these challenges, Route 66 gained a following and ran for 4 seasons, with Glenn Corbett replacing Maharis. Buzz was never mentioned again.
And you gentlemen here were as interested in the human side of this issue as you...
Route 66, a 1960s TV series, holds a significant place in film history. The show's unique format, following 2 young men on a journey across America, offered a fresh perspective and contributed to the evolution of television storytelling. It broke free from traditional studio-based sitcoms, instead embracing location shooting, which added authenticity and visual appeal. Route 66's impact on future filmmaking is evident in its influence on road trip narratives. The series paved the way for numerous films and TV shows that explore the American landscape through the lens of travelers. It inspired a sense of adventure and wanderlust, often linked with personal growth and self-discovery. Subsequent works inspired by Route 66 include films like Easy Rider, Thelma and Louise, and Into the Wild, as well as TV series like The Lord of the Rings prequel The Rings of Power and Longmire, which features a modern-day sheriff grappling with change in a small town. These works share Route 66's themes of exploration, personal growth, and the allure of the open road. In essence, Route 66 left an indelible mark on film history, inspiring future filmmakers and audiences alike with its captivating portrayal of the American experience. In the 1960s, 2 popular TV shows, Star Trek and The Fugitive, each featured Susan Oliver in a 2-part episode. Oliver played a character who shared a prison on another planet with someone from Earth in both instances, with similar names Tina and People Are Alike All Over and Vina in the Cage. On Route 66, Martin Milner drove a 1962 Chevrolet Corvette throughout the show's run. The series showcased the actor's ability to convincingly portray a character on a journey across America. Interestingly, Susan Oliver's character, Tina, shares a name similarity with another character she played in Star Trek. This consistency in naming highlights the actress's unique contributions to these iconic TV shows.
We believe in God the Father, Jesus his Son, and the Holy Ghost.
It has been claimed that the TV series Route 66 was inspired by Jack Kerouac's book On the Road. Actor Peter Graves, who appeared in the show, was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Despite the series' name, many episodes were set in parts of the United States not along Route 66, such as New England. For instance, 2 episodes were filmed in Maine and Vermont in 1963, featuring Martin Milner and Glenn Corbett.
But,
Martin Milner is best known for his leading roles in the television series Route 66 and Adam 12. Both shows were distinctive for primarily filming on location rather than on a soundstage. Milner played the role of Todd Stiles in Route 66, which aired from 1960 to 1964. The Corvette driven by Milner's character in Route 66 was never red, despite popular belief. Instead, the car's color changed with each season. In the first season, it was light blue, beige in the second, and tan in the third. The color variations were selected because they photographed well in black and white. Peter Graves, who co-starred with Milner in Adam 12, bore a slight resemblance to both Buddy Ebsen and Martin Landau, who also appeared in Mission Impossible with Graves. Graves played the role of Officer Jem Reed in Adam 12, which aired from 1968 to 1975.
Just tell us how to find the house.
Why do you think that's where she is?
Just a hunch.
Julie Newmar, known for her role as Catwoman in Batman, was introduced to the part when she visited her brother in college in New York. Her brother's friends, fans of the show, recommended she take the role after discussing it with her. Susan Oliver, who became iconic in the Star Trek universe as the original Orion slave girl, was often seen in the ending credits with green skin and dark hair. The Corvette in Route 66 was replaced every 3,000 miles, with Chevrolet as the show sponsor. The reason Todd was able to acquire a new Corvette so frequently was never explained.
She just likes to settle down anywhere long enough to put up a little white curtain. That's fine. Never mind.
The original pilot of Route 66 was first aired as an episode of Naked City, with George Maharis playing Johnny Gary and Robert Morris as Linc Ridgway. However, Morris passed away before the series was picked up, and Maharis went on to portray Buzz Murdock in the first 3 seasons. Maharis was an accomplished American actor, singer, and artist, while Lee Marvin, known for his role in The Professionals, struggled with alcoholism during its filming. This made him unreliable and difficult to work with, causing tension between him and co-star Burt Lancaster. The situation became so intense that director Richard Brooks had to intervene, fearing that Lancaster might physically harm Marvin.
What were you planning to do? Go into the ladies' powder room while he's looking for a ring in Tijuana and climb out the back window? All right, Buzz, not...
George Maharis' departure from Route 66 during its 3rd season, reportedly due to hepatitis, marked the end of the popular show. Maharis alleged dissatisfaction with his contract and clashes with producers, as well as audiences' dislike for his replacement Glenn Corbett, led to the show's cancellation. Julie Newmar, known for her role as Catwoman in Batman and Princess Aline in Route 66, made a significant impact in the world of television. Lon Chaney Jr., despite his desire to reprise his father's role as Quasimodo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, found success in other areas, including an episode of Route 66 where he recreated this iconic character. Chaney's unsuccessful screen test for the 1939 version of The Hunchback of Notre Dame led to the role going to Charles Laughton, but his portrayal of Quasimodo in Route 66 remains noteworthy. The absence of Maharis and the addition of Newmar and Corbett to Route 66 marked a significant shift in the show's dynamic, ultimately contributing to its cancellation.
All right, but you might as well be told I'm a jinx, Jonah.
Martin Milner, known for his role in the 1960 series Route 66, later starred in Adam 12 as Officer Pete Mulloy. His co-star, Kent McCord, remembers him fondly as a great guy with a long, distinguished career in both films and television. Meanwhile, Suzanne Plachette was considered for the role of Catwoman in Batman, but negotiations fell through, and Julie Newmar took on the part instead. Newmar is one of only 5 actors who played a special guest villain on Batman who are still alive today.
I didn't stop you, Mr. Oliver. You stopped yourself. You still got a road to build.
If Route 66, the classic 1960 TV series, has left an impression on you or brought back memories, we'd love to hear about it. Share your personal stories and experiences related to this influential show that left a mark on cinema history. By engaging with us through likes, shares, and subscriptions, you'll help us continue our journey through the world of classic television. Let's keep the conversation going and celebrate the impact of Route 66 together.